like I don't have a partner. Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we cry. Drive on the streets 'cause she's my companion. I walk through the hills 'cause she knows who I am. She sees my good deeds and she kisses me windy. And I never worry, now that is a lie. I don't ever want to the place I love, take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to believe there's nobody out there. It's hard to believe that I'm all alone. At least I have her love to see that she loves me. Lonely as I am, together we cry. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. I don't ever wanna feel like I did that day. Take me to the place I love, take me all the way. Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, 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 yeah, yeah. Love me, I say, yeah, yeah. One time. It's where I drew some blood. I could not get enough. Forgot about my love. I gave my life away. Where I stay.
Good afternoon, family and friends. My name is Thomas. It's my great but sad privilege to have been chosen by the Roiall family to officiate here today, to celebrate the life and to farewell a loved son, brother, nephew, partner, uncle, and friend, Michael William Roiall, Mikee to most of us. Born on the 12th of April 1978 at Middlemore Hospital, Mike only gave his mum Yvonne 2 hours' notice that he wanted to see the world. His dad, Bill, was just sitting down in the waiting room When the doctor said to him, "Do you want to see your child born?" "Yeah," said Bill. "Start running then, he's on his way." That was Mikee. He was on the move then, and he's been on the move ever since. Mikee was always his mum's little rock. Often simply just texting her to say, "I love you," for no reason at all. Michael was the youngest of Yvonne and Bill's children. His two older brothers, Brett and Jerry, were his best mates, but they were also the bane of his childhood. They gave him heck all the times. Whenever they were given lifesaver lollies, which they loved to eat, Brett and Jerry would sort through, take out all the nice coloured and best tasting ones, and give Mike all the green ones because they didn't taste so good. Also, when they decided to try out their hand at being barbers, they got Mikee down, cut one side of his hair pretty good. Then they completely shaved the other side, and he didn't know about it. When their mum came home, they said, "Look at this, Mum." She said, "Oh, that's good." They turned that side, and they had to start running. Mikee first went to Flatbush Primary School, then Papatoe Intermediate and Papatoe High. He always had good health and was a very generous person to all his friends. He would give you the shirt off his back. He was a very intense person. He was always thinking of something to do, a new way to do it. Something must be better. He loved life, he loved his family, and he loved his friends. When the family went to England, he told his dad that he's always wanted to have a photo taken beside a real beefeater. He gave his dad the camera, went to stand beside one. The beefeater said, "Bad luck, old son, better find somebody else. I'm a Kiwi." But he got his photo anyway. Mike's loving partner was Becky and daughter Sakara. They had many wonderful times together. His best mates, Cam, Jay, Trev, and Carl, had some great times together. Mike loved martial arts, Tai Chi. He loved to party. And he loved to have a smoke now and then. One of his favourite stories was about when he sold everything he owned to go to Nepal. And after tramping all over the foothills, he was coming down the mountain when an old woman asked him if he would like some dak. Mike said, "Yes." So she grabbed the tree behind her, pulled down a branch, said, "How much you want?" Mike was astounded. Growing right there beside the track, he could have picked it off himself, rather than paying $1. Like I said, Mike was a very generous person. He gave Bailey his first bass guitar. He had a very active mind, always thinking of something else, a new way to do something. He put his heart and soul into everything he did, as with his beds. Each one was for a special person or for a special reason. They were his masterpieces. He always gave his mum great big hugs and told his mum and dad that when he made it big, they wouldn't have to worry about anything later in life. And I see a lot of you knew him well because he loved the colour purple. He was into star signs and crystals. He kept the crystal Becky gave him under his pillow because it gave him a good feeling. He loved to have a spa. He loved Bailey, his nieces Danelle and Lily, his uncle Matt, who will most definitely miss having his ear talked off, because like I said, man, that guy could talk. When Mike came back from Nepal, he'd given everything away that he didn't need anymore. He only had the clothes that he stood up in. So his mum took him shopping for new clothes. But he found everything that he wanted at a second-hand shop, less than half the price. This will suit me. We'll now listen to one of Mike's favourite songs, Champagne Supernova by Oasis.
Special people change. How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide, in a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide, in a champagne supernova, a champagne supernova in the sky. Up the dawn and ask her why. A dream, she never dies. Wipe that tear away now from your eye. Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide, the
A great song for a great guy. I'd now like to ask Bailey up to speak on behalf of the family.
Uncle Mikey, your milkshakes sure brought the boys to the yard. As Tom was saying before, how Uncle Mike got his hair cut when he was younger, yesterday I decided I was going to go get a hair trim, and I kind of paid homage to Uncle Mike by kind of doing the same thing which he did. I got this half of my hair shaved off, and out of it I got 2 friendship bracelets made out of my hair. He's got one in with him. He's got blue rubber bands, and I've got red rubber bands, because red and blue make purple. Now I'm going to... the things I will miss the most about you is our talks about music. I remember our last talk was about the Smashing Pumpkins and how you felt so old because of how you listened to them when I was your age. He said, last time I rang him as well, I said, want to go see Alice Cooper tonight in 2 hours? He's like, nah, hung up. 2 minutes later, he's like, oh, it's free, so I may as well go. I'm going to miss showing you my creations in Minecraft, those hours I used to play in your bedroom on your computer. But most of all, I'm going to miss you. On Monday, I wrote a song, so I'm going to read it to you. It's entitled Hibernation. Taken so quickly, you disappear from this earth. Without a trace, you leave us to discover. Where have you gone? Why didn't you say goodbye? Where have you gone? Becoming one with the sky, your soul escapes this earth. Leaving just a body, lifeless and blank, staring at me as if you're trying to say something. Where have you gone? Why didn't you say goodbye? What am I supposed to do? My life is left unguided. Merging with the ground, you become one with the earth, nurturing the world, passing through a world undiscovered. Hopes for you to wake up, left completely gone. I'm left all alone. Thank you.
We'll now open the floor to anybody else that'd like to say something. Oh, sorry, Jerry.
Whew. Can't say I'm going to get through it like my son without crying. Firstly, on behalf of the Roiall family, and most importantly, Mikee, thank you for coming today. To say Mikee was a character would, to say the least. He definitely grew up the typical younger brother, being the brunt of my practical jokes, with the haircut that I told him would make him the coolest kid in the school, shaving off one side of his head, with me quickly taking off as Mum got home. He quickly learnt, though, that he could do just as well when he worked out that we pretty much sounded the same on the phone to our friends. Yes, even at times he had my girlfriends going. I think I might have missed a date or two that I had supposed to have organised. One real favourite of mine, to show what Michael's sense of humour was really like, was earlier this year when my son Bailey was sleeping in one morning after staying a night at Nana and Papa's. Mikee quietly slipped into bed behind him, put his arms around him, and said, "Shh, it'll be our secret." Man, did we laugh about that one for hours. As I spent alone time, my first real alone time today with Mikee, I asked if there was one last thing that he could say, to someone, what would it be? And this is what I feel his real words would be. To my mum, I will always be your rock. The difference is, now instead of being an anchor to go to, I am now anchored to you. To my dad, I know that I always made you proud. It is your turn to make me proud and live like there is no tomorrow. Mum needs you around. I need you around. To my brother Brett, you may think that we are not close, but there is nothing closer than a man's blood. Keep that blood healthy, like I keep telling you to. Eat healthy, be healthy, so that our family name lives on to write more into history. To my brother Jezza, well, only you and I know some of the stories that we share. They will never go away. I thank you for remaining strong. To my Mikee, life was simply better knowing you. To my nephew Bailey, go forth and conquer. My friend that will now always be with me on my final journey. To my Sakara, DJ and Lily, there is no one else in this world that could make me smile as much as the three of you could. To my Uncle Matt, forgive. Don't hold on to anger. It's not worth it. To my brothers in arms, Cameron, aka Macca, Carl, and our pet plot plant, Steve, Jay and Trev. Know that I never ever took your friendship for granted. I thank you for all that you have done for me, for my parents, for my home, and now for my family. I thank you for the secrets that you shared and the brothers that you truly are. You are all true gifts that were given to me in my life. To my family and friends, I do not know how or why. I did not know it was my time to die. If I could just have one more wish, it would be to see you all. But now is simply my time to hear a different call. Soon to lower, but arise I shall. For there is no way you could ever keep me, Mikee, the greatest, locked up anywhere, not in heaven or in hell.
I hope you guys like those songs. We thought of another couple of cool ones that might have been a little bit appropriate. Kung Fu Fighting. Like a Virgin, maybe. pretty fly for a white guy. Hopefully we'll hear a few more of those a little bit later. Now, as was said, you know, if any of you guys want to stand up and say something, I know it'd mean a lot to the family, it'd mean a lot to Mikee. So if any of you are thinking, you know, should I, shouldn't I, just do it, because that's what he'd want, that's what we want. I'm going to say a few words to start with from some other people, because hopefully they're going to be a little bit easier to say than mine. This is from Richard Brosnan and the family. It is with a heavy heart that I sit here thousands of kilometres away and write these words, something you hope you never have to do. I'm ashamed to admit that I can't recall my last conversation with Mikee. No doubt it was just idle banter between two friends delivered 1,000,000 times before. This situation, however, does afford me the opportunity to choose how I will remember him. It is not a specific memory or moment, but what Mikee offered to every single person he met: love.
It accented everything he did, and that's what made him such a special character. It is this part of what Mikee offered that I will remember. I know as we continue our journey, his love will always be in our hearts. I'll be sure to take a moment today, have a glass of Pinot and shed a tear, not because you were gone, because you were part of our lives. We'll miss you, Mikee. Love the Brosnan family. Lofty and Marie, what a pleasure to know you. You always had a smile on your face and took time out for a chat. From Aikido to massaging to inventing to vegan cooking, you had a lot of talent. We'll not forget you, and we will see you again. Cheers. Okay, this is from Kate Sycamore. If tears could build a stairway and thoughts a memory lane, I'd walk right up to heaven and bring you home again. No farewell words were spoken, no time to say goodbye. You were gone before we knew it, and only the spirits know why. My heart is still alive in sadness, and many tears still flow. What it has meant to lose you, we all so painfully know. But now I know you want us to mourn for you no more, to remember all our happy times and the amazingness life still has in store. Mikee, after you left us, you travelled around the world and you showed me the most beautiful sunrise. You're above us, surrounding us, and sharing all your energy with us, no matter where you may be. I couldn't think of a better way for you to give yourself. You're one of the most generous and selfless people that walk this earth. It breaks our hearts that you leave us so early. I loved your strength, positivity, and relentless desire to succeed in life. We will go forth and we'll share your energy so that you so generously bestowed upon us. You're an amazing person. I will love you forever. You'll never, ever be forgotten. With all my heart, your friend Kate. Kate's one of the people who is overseas, who was so upset that she couldn't be here, but she's one of the people from Australia, England, America, all sorts of places who are wearing something purple today. A couple of girls wearing purple underwear that I know of. I think you would have been pretty stoked about that. Well, yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they would have said, well, not wearing underwear, but if I was, it would be purple. Okay, this is mine. I never thought I'd wear a purple shirt to a funeral. And then I never thought I'd have a friend like Mikee either. Mikee's one of the most gifted people I've ever met. The greatest gift we could ever have was him. Mikee's one of those guys who touches everyone who came in contact with. Not in that way. Okay, in some cases in that way. I was trying to think about how Mikee would approach this if it was the other way around. Nothing I can say is going to be able to express how much he meant to me. But knowing him, what he'd do, he'd probably make it a novel, and then he'd have a sequel. Then in Mikee's sense, he'd probably have a prequel. And then he'd give you all a copy, and he'd make sure everyone else in the country bought one. Hundreds of thousands of people come into your life. Most of them make very little, if any, impact on you. Mikee made an impact on everyone who met him. I've had messages from people who've only met him once. They said that very thing. Here's the kind of energy, passion, and love of life and of people that can't help but rub off on you. Most of you are here. Mikee has always been a tower of strength to me. It's fair to say I haven't had the toughest of lives. It's pretty tough right now. Every time I needed him for advice, a drinking buddy, or just for one of his massive hugs, he was there in a flash. Seriously, the guy hugs so hard it hurts your neck. Such a strong bastard. What I wouldn't give for one of those hugs right now. Everyone who knows Mikee knows that he'd walk through fire for you. He'd probably just walk through fire on a deer, but he'd walk through fire for you as well. Hearts aren't made bigger than Mikee's. His family and his friends mean everything to him. This means everything to him. It may seem strange to you that I'm still talking about Mikee in the present tense. Some of you may think of him as gone. I know Mikee's still here with me. Everywhere I go, everything I do, he'll be with me. Every day, forever. Thank you.
How do I sum up the bromance we shared? It was a bond formed over 20 years of friendship, and the easiest way to sum it up is to say that he was my big brother, and how I looked up to him for everything. And as a big brother, he was ideal. He was always there when I needed him, and when I didn't, to share his unconventional wisdom. We first moved together for a short house sitting adventure in Papatoa about 13 years ago. The house was quickly named Camp Carl and Mikee's Place. This is where my education began from my brother. A few years later, we moved into La Loma, and the legend began. There's been a lot of speculation as to whether the psych patients I looked after were all downstairs at La Loma, or whether the real crazies were upstairs. There's a lot of stories that probably go both ways. Speaking of that, some of you are probably wondering why I'm wearing a dressing gown. There's a story here I'd fondly like to share that's been brought up several times this week. When Mikee and I were living together, we liked to entertain ourselves, I guess, and decided one night, it was 2 or 3 in the morning, to head out to Food Town at the airport and grab a drink. We walked in and we like to sort of try and embarrass each other in public, and I walked in and said, "Hey honey, can you buy me some flowers?" So he bought me this silly little $2 pot plant instead. And we got our drinks, and next time we went out to the airport, we took that pot plant with us. We affectionately named him Steve. He became our pet pot plant. And we'd go out to the airport, and we'd go to the cafe there that was open all night, and Mikee get a Coke and I'd get an orange juice, and we'd get a water for Steve. And as a family, we would sit down and have a drink while people just stood around us watching, wondering what the hell was going on. 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 20-year-old guys in dressing gowns sharing a drink with a pot plant. But this story gives you a glimpse of the great times we had. Everything with Mikee, when he was there, was a bit more special, a bit more random, and dare I say it, for fear of sounding gay, magical. Nothing ever held him back. La Loma was actually an opportunity for me to give back to Mikee. He was going through a difficult period in his life, and it was my honour as his little brother to be there for him, to support him, to take him in. And although it was an unusual, by the time that La Loma ended, I think he'd really given more back to me. From my family, who unfortunately can't be here today, to the friends around the world and that I've spoken to Australia, Fee, Amanda, Lana, Steve, Sally, Richard, Jeremy, Crystal, Kate who's in the US, Sarah and Matt in the UK, Joe and Lou. They all send their love, buddy. I wish I could be here today. And finally from me, your HLP, your hetero life partner. HLP for life, mate. For life.
As you all know, Mike has got one hell of a sense of humour, and I'm sure that he's rolling over laughing at what I'm wearing today. It looks like a dress, but it's not, the big flurry pants. But I wear it out of respect for formal occasions, and I wear it out of respect for Mikee. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Dwayne Morgan. I'm head instructor of Ronin Martial Arts, Aishindo Jiu-Jitsu New Zealand,
I met Mikey through some very good friends at Manukau Performing Arts. And Mikey was full of ideas, enthusiasm, energy, love and life. He was literally one of those people who would light up the room when he walked into it. He had a larger-than-life personality, filled with passion for learning and understanding, and he always had something to say. He was lovable, friendly, generous, and absolutely fearless. With great curiosity, he truly had a free spirit. For those of you who don't know, Mikey was very passionate about the martial arts. He had studied for years, and from what he tells me, he had achieved a brown belt in Kung Fu with Silam Gar. But curiosity did get the better of him. He wanted to know more, and he wanted to know what else was out there. In the time I'd known him, he had studied various martial arts, including some very esoteric forms of martial arts, to do with breathing through eyeballs and trying to grip you while his palm was flat. It was a lot of fun. He also studied Kung Fu, kickboxing, Tai Chi, and he trained with me on and off over the better part of 7 years. In meditative martial arts, Aikido, Jiu-Jitsu, Taijutsu, and from time to time we played with weapons, which he was always fond of. He had such a learned intensity about him that is very rare to see in any student. At our club, sorry. At our club, we believe that you should learn from all sources, not just one, and have an open mind to all concepts and philosophies, which Mikey truly embraced. Out of respect to a good friend and student, I wish to present Mikey and his family with an honorary first-degree black belt for his life achievements in the martial arts and a life well led.
Finding the words to describe what we're doing here today has taken me a long time to write. The pain I feel at the loss of Mikey can't be described, and I can't even imagine how his family and closest friends are feeling. I don't want to dwell on the sad aspect of this because we all know Mikey would want us to be laughing and enjoying the great times everyone has spent with him. Mikey is someone you could talk to about anything. I know I've had some conversations with him that I would probably never have with anyone else. He was such an amazing listener, as well as steering me in the right direction when I asked him about my latest issue. Sometimes with a comment along the lines of opening up a can of concrete, said in the nicest way possible. I doubt you've ever seen anyone other than Mikey play a game of pool with a broom and actually win the game. One of my most favourite of Mikey's party tricks. Anytime there was an arrogant guy at a pool hall or a bar, I'd egg him on to get a broom out and show them how it's really done. Only Mikey can make a broom a whole different kind of useful. And then there was the ninja training. Yes, I know it has many other proper names, whatever it was, but let's be honest, he was like a ninja, and ninja does sound much cooler. Mikee decided it was a good idea that me and Anna learn a few self-defence moves. Being the crash test dummy for some of those moves was some of the most petrifying moments of my life, but he thought it was a good idea. We knew how to protect ourselves, and we had so much fun, and yet again it was Mikee being Mikee, looking out for us. He was such a kind, colourful soul. Most of the time when I tried to catch up with him, he was so busy helping other people. Someone would be moving or was fixing something, and he was always around somewhere helping someone. I had fun helping him with his business venture one day. I gave my opinion on the product logos, well, the awesome pictures, and that's probably about as far as my business sense goes. He was so passionate about this, and I'm so frustrated he was so close to getting it all going, only for him to leave us so suddenly. And then there was the meditating. I used to tease him and then just sit there with him, and we'd sit there for a while, and it was so relaxing, but that may have been the red wine we were drinking. I bet he's the only person that meditated while sipping on a nice South Australian red. I want to be able to have all these crazy off-the-wall conversations with Mikee. We've even had a ridiculously intense conversation about steak once that went on for quite a while, something which he wasn't eating at the time, and I think he was vicariously enjoying one through my passionate spiel. I spent all week hearing his laughter in my head because I don't ever want to forget what it sounds like. I guess I'll be having a few one-sided conversations with him for a while. I haven't seen Mikee for a few weeks, and I was really excited that I was going to see him tonight at a mutual friend's birthday gathering, as I'm sure many of you here were too. Me and Mikee were like a pair of naughty teenagers sometimes, and I'll always remember those because they were so fun and full of laughter. Spending some time with Mikee last night has helped me a lot, and I cannot express enough thanks to Mikee's family for allowing Mikee's close friends to do that. I had a few things to say, and I had a couple of private messages for him from our friend Kate, who wishes so much she could be here. She could be here. I love you, Mikee, and I will never forget the colour you've brought into so many people's lives. I miss you.
I'm going to start with a poem that one of Mikee's friends asked me to read. This is from Frank at the home shows. Mikee had a big heart with room for us all. Thank you for being you. You have left, but leave behind cherished memories. Mikee's spirit goes sailing by into the deep blue sky, and as he sails away, he turns around and sighs, for he can see us now with loving tears in our eyes as we fondly say our last goodbyes. And as he sails away to his family and friends, he does say, remember your araha and you will go far. Mikee's spirit goes sailing by into the deep blue sky. His memory of us and our memory of him will never die. Farewell and safe journey, Mikee. Mikee, my friend, thank you so much for coming into my life. Your friendship was like no other. You always inspired me and taught me how to sell, and on occasion I'd kick your butt, which you hated. Through our fantastic friendship, you never judged me and you were always there. Your light up the room smile was infectious. My memories with you will always make me happy. Your big hugs were the best, and I am honoured I saw you last Wednesday and had my last two. You'll be my brightest star shining down on me. On behalf of New Zealand Beds and everyone at the home shows, you'll be sadly missed. Everyone loved and adored you more than you will know. We are all saddened that you are gone, but I assure you, you'll never be forgotten. I believe we are all lucky to have shared such memorable individual moments with you. You're one special guy, Mikee. I love you and always will. The angels are lucky now. Time to spread your wings. Until we meet again, rest in peace, my friend.
Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I am 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight and ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awake in the morning hush, I am the swift, upflinging rush of quiet birds in circling flight. I am the soft starshine at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. The time has now come for us to say our final farewells to Michael William Roiall. Tenderly and reverently, we now commit his body to be cremated and his ashes return to the elements from which it came. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, and dust to dust. Mikee, everything you lived for is yours. You have not lived in vain. What has been must go. What has gone will come again. If we can profit from your example, if we can learn from your mistakes, if we can live a little better and more fully for having known and loved you, then this will give real meaning to your life and some purpose to your death. Mikee, we are thankful for your life and grateful that we were able to play a small and for others a bigger part in it. We now leave you to rest in peace with all those loved ones having gone before you. Eternal rest grant him, O Lord. Let perpetual light shine upon him. Mikee, every day and every way, I am better and better. Amen.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go, I was singing this song. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. We'll meet again, don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day.
many special people change? How many lives are living strange? Where were you while we were getting high? Slowly walking down the hall, faster than a cannonball. Where were you while we were getting high? Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide, in a champagne supernova in the sky. Someday you will find me caught beneath the landslide, in a champagne supernova, a champagne supernova in the sky.
You're all invited back to the Guada restaurant and bar after this to remember Mike. Thank you.
Slowly walking down the hall,